It is 4:15 on Thursday. Tonight I'm playing at this club called Jamboree in Barcelona, Spain. One of my favorite clubs from when I used to spend a lot of time touring over here, like in the early 2000s. I was part of this band called the Jonah Smith Band, which I'll put a link in the description of this because you probably haven't heard of Jonah Smith, but I made some cool records with him. He's a singer-songwriter, and his music has changed over the years in style, but early on it was very much like a neo-soul kind of vibe, and like drums, bass, guitar. He played Rhodes and sang, and I played sax. And there's a record he made called Industry Rule, and it's one of those things that's just like buried. You would never find it or know that I was on it. You know, again, sort of see my earlier vlog about the post-liner note world we live in. Anyway, I bet you would enjoy some cuts of it, so I'll put a link to that. I just recommend checking it out. So I wanted to share this quick story, largely because I just don't have the time to do a big fancy edit today. Last night, David surprised me, and he told me he was having some people over for dinner and that they spoke some English and they maybe had seen me play before, but I wasn't, I said, great. So we're standing there in the kitchen, waiting for the next dinner guest to show up, and all of a sudden an old friend of mine, this girl Jenny, walks in, and I hadn't seen her in years. The last time I saw her was in LA.
Oh my god! What the fuck? What's up? Hi! David. I'm in shock right now. I'm totally in shock. Like, did you see that? You have to double take, because I was like,
Dude,
that person looks a lot like Jenny.
You were like...
Wait a minute.
I'm making this for your video log, you know that, right? So you can...
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
She's since moved to Spain, and she's married and now pregnant and almost due with her first child, and like a lot of things have changed. The point I have is this. Just even this week here in Barcelona, visiting with my buddy David and seeing Jenny, just seeing people, old friends that go back more than 10 years. It's a really interesting thing when you get to that place in life where you can measure your life through the lens of friends from your past. They become this incredible sort of window into your younger self, and they take you back. I mean, it's more than nostalgia. They literally catapult you back to a different time in your life, and all of a sudden you're viewing your life not from like yesterday and last week and last month and what are you doing today and tomorrow and next month, not like this, but you're seeing your life like this in much bigger chapters. And the perspective is really phenomenal, and it made me really cherish and value those friends in a way I hadn't stopped to think about in a long time. Because as you get older and your life gets crowded with more responsibilities or children and career and all this stuff, it gets harder to make the same time investment in friends that you're able to make when you're younger. So, in my 20s when I was traveling around, and just I think to all the things, all the experiences we had, and what I might right now view as wasted time because I feel like my plate is so full and there's so many things I need to accomplish and get done. I'm so grateful for all that time and those experiences we had, the good and the bad, especially in some ways the bad, because now they're hilarious when you look back on the fights you had and the things that happened. I think it was Carol Burnett, the famous comedian, actress Carol Burnett, who said, comedy is tragedy plus time. Comedy is tragedy plus time. And tragedy might be a very extreme measurement, but just, when you look back with some of your friends and you're like, oh, remember that time we got in this fight about that, I dropped your iPad and you almost ripped my head off, and we almost got in that accident in that strange small town in Spain, and just stuff like that. You instantly feel like a younger person. I don't know, it's really incredible. I'm not really sure what the moral or the point here is, other than I wanted to share that because I felt like it was a profound experience for me to have that revelation last night, and we had a really nice evening together, and that stuff just doesn't come along that often. So kind of like with kids, you just, when it does come up, when you are in that moment, you want to just grab it and hold on to it for as long as you can, because obviously time marches on, So that's it. I'm looking forward to playing this show tonight. I'm going to surely see some more people that I haven't seen in a long time. I had wanted to do a vlog about touring. Some people have asked questions about the process of touring, and God, I have so much to say on that, and I want to explain it in an effective way. and maybe do some more than just to talk about it. And so I'll save that. It's tough. It can be challenging. So more on that to come. Like I said, apologies for the erratic uploads. It's just there's a lot going on right now, and with the time zones and travel and everything, it's a little tricky. But it'll settle back down. All right, later.